You check for me if that's fine. What's tea? Oh, they need a condition, so good. Yeah, oh, okay. Adapters what? Okay. So this thing is live. Nice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Other people viewing it?
So some are viewing it. I haven't checked. Oh, no one's viewing it. We need to put the link online.
Okay.
So guys must have fun because you're not just presenting to us, but you'll be presenting to a bigger audience. Let me just time you. Bishop?
Yeah.
Just got 5 minutes, Nick.
Okay.
Starting from now.
Good afternoon, guys. We go by the team called Leave It. We chose the challenge called Leave It Alone. So the reason we chose that project is because we want to save our biodiversity in South Africa.
Okay. Basically, this is going to help the environmentalists, the botanists, and the farmers to be able to classify, identify the leaves that causes damage, because the leaves that causes damage can bring the economy down when coming to the crops and the food that we eat.
Good afternoon, guys. There's no way around it. One way or the other, we've messed up the planet. One way in which we have is by damaging the ozone layer, and quite currently the ground ozone layer, which has caused damage to leaves. Now, the challenge we decided to tackle was the Leave Me Alone challenge. We used to develop a tool that quantifies and classifies the amount of injury caused by ozone to sensitive leaves and plants. So the solution we had to this challenge is an mobile application called Leave It. So basically what the mobile application does is it allows users to take pictures of apps. But currently it's in development phase, so as far as data collection is concerned, it will rely solely on user input. So what happens is the user takes a photo of a leaf and provides certain comments based on his observations, and the system will later on, when it is developed, will later on be able to reference database and then explain to the user what chemicals cause that. So just to put things in perspective, what you're seeing right now is a picture of a healthy leaf which hasn't been damaged and it's all good. And what the app aims to look at is leaves of this nature. So you have this leaf which is healthy, and you have this leaf. So the app will be able Once developed, it will be able to use software similar to face recognition to analyze the effects of this leaf and be able to run an algorithm that tells the user what type of chemicals cause this damage and how farmers can help eradicate this problem in the long run. The target market for our app are environmentalists. Environmentalists will be able to scale the damage done at a much faster rate because the app will be distributed to a further audience and people will be globally participating towards data. Botanists will be also able to use the app because they might be growing flowers in the gardens and they might want to have their own data and be able to monitor their crops and if whatever ozone layer or what ground ozone has affected, it will be affecting them. Farmers will be also able to use it in the same manners and scholars will be able to use the app too. Scientists will benefit the most because of the time it takes to scale damage in the fieldwork. So imagine a group of people who scale the app 2 times faster than one scientist or a group of scientists would be able to. Now, social impact, it will be able to raise awareness on the damage caused by ground ozone on indigenous plants that Africans cherish the most. And it affords experienced individuals the ability to contribute towards a greener world. Now, I will let my associate here demo the app.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm unable to use this camera, so I don't know how I'm going to get it around to everyone. But for the judges, we have a prototype here. This is what the main page of the app looks like. We have 3 options. It's actually info, not about, and the sample and categories. The categories.
So your time is up, but you get 2 minutes for your demo. So quickly wrap up the demo.
So we can pass, as he's explaining, the judges will be able to.
I think it's better if you go to the sample just to demonstrate what it can do. You go to sample. This is where the user will be able to take a picture of the leaf and then upload it into the database. Type in before uploading, it types in the keyword and it gives back the feedback according to the criteria which we used for the possible damages onto the leaf. When you upload it, it will return. But for now, we haven't really been able to. But that's what it does.
It will return what?
The damage of the leaf and the class of the damage. The categories.
For a minute left.
Explains the category, the classes.
I just add on to that. The criteria used to determine how badly the leaf has been damaged is demoed under classification. So you have different classes rated by percentage, which the app will now return to the user after they've taken a picture of the app. So it'll analyze and then it'll return the class and the percentage based on the classifications you are seeing on the app.
But if we still have time, how will the app find out what kind of chemical it is that damaged the leaf?
Now, according to the classes, different chemicals react differently to different plants. So just for demo's sake, you would have a chemical that turns a leaf, it bleaches it yellow.
Time is up.
Okay, I'm back. Thanks.
So we can ask questions.
Okay, you guys can have 1 question each.
Okay, so what are your immediate plans right now, like your future plans for this application? How do you plan to continue?
Well, For the demo purpose of the app, we developed it on the Intel XDK. But for us to be able to run mathematical calculations and be able to host big data not only on the web and have an engine running on the phone, we will be scaling it onto a much more capable platform. So we want to integrate engines that will be able to run analysis on the Leaf and be able to scale whatever damage has been done. And it will be a global contribution, not just around a certain area. So it's a global contribution app. I think from me.
Yeah, isn't it circulating? I'm sorry, who has that white USB with the presentations?
Sorry?
Rules.
Just all the presentations.
Yeah, for all the presentation. Alright, guys, just wait for. Alright, so let me just quickly time you. You ready, T?
Yes, ready.
So I'm gonna make it 7 minutes for everyone, right? But the last 2 minutes is more focused on your demo. After 7, I'll have to cut everyone out. You can start.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are Team Awesome. Our topic today is about clean water mapping. Our problem statement is that South Africa is facing born. Okay. South Africa is facing waterborne diseases, and then there's a lack of water shortage in South Africa recently. So what is happening is we're developing an app that will be a solution that will be able that our viewers will be able to send a map that will check where there is water.
So basically, we're just looking at a case scenario where if we have problems, critical shortages of water, our app is meant to map out all the clean water sources. When we say clean water, we don't necessarily mean any pool of water, any body of water. We have a river, a dam, a lake. We're looking primarily at the rural areas. Right now, if you look above our sorry about that. Our current slide, fortunately a little bit in gibberish, but our current slide was just looking at a study by the UNDP that was saying 1.2 billion people on this planet are facing critical water shortages. So we're trying to come up with an application that can work all around the world, not just in Africa, but mainly for Africa. We have to think about ourselves, we have to think about our rural areas, and we have to think about where we can get our water from and where they're getting water from right now. So that is particularly our problem, and our app is our solution.
And so basically to conceptualize on the solution that we came up with to try to implement to solve this problem is we just thought of what if we could have some sort or an app that would be like an Instagram for water reservoirs. Like, okay, a granny is just working in rural areas. They have this, because the main thing that we're trying to come up with is crowdsourcing, right? We're trying to come up with data from the common person in the street or wherever, not just professionals only. So this app is supposed to do data mining through just taking more photos. You see a water reservoir, you take a photo, you post it up, and then it will be kept on our cloud. Then everybody who is using the app will be able to get notifications as time goes on and on. So because of the technical stuff that are involved in this thing, unfortunately we had a limitation with we wanted to implement using our GCM service, which is mainly for push notifications. Like if Tiani today is to see a reservoir and he takes a photo, he uploads it, the app will be able to notify whoever is using the app as well. Like, hey, Tiani just discovered this. Do you know about it? Somebody says, yeah, we know about it. It's clean and safe and all that. And then professionals like the technical guys, like scientists and stuff, they can use that data to come up with a way to find, okay, how many people live in a certain area, okay, and how can we provide water to accommodate for everyone in that area, and in the long run be able to have this vast amount of information and a map that only talks about water reservoirs around. So unfortunately, forgive me, I'm just going to give a demo of screenshots of the app. No, not exactly, because it's a phone app. Just see this quickly.
So to give the basic rundown while he's setting up for the screenshots, give a basic rundown. This is a mobile application. We targeted the regular people because in as much as we want to target the scientists and the technical guys, this is more an app for people to feel at home in their own communities. We want people to talk about the water sources that only they know about. To be truthfully honest, I doubt a scientist would know your rural area better than you would. You know where all those secret water caches are because that's where you used to go. That's where you used to tend to your cattle. So you know where it is. You know where that water source is. So we're using that fundamentally to get as much information as we can. We want to have a case scenario where the data gathered in a couple of years will be so in-depth that you have a Google Maps that is actually nothing but water sources throughout a particular area or region.
Okay, so this line
Okay, while they're setting up the screenshots, we can take questions due to our limited time. if the judges have any questions, we can take them while getting up our screenshots.
Right. So I understand that the app is basically targeted at, well, scientists or anyone that wants to collect such data. But now the people that are supposed to collect that data is the people in the rural areas, right? And I don't know if I'm wrong, but most of those people are technophobic. When they have cell phones, they just have cell phones to make calls and receive. I don't think they know anything about downloading apps. So you mentioned the Gogo going to pick up water. I don't think she cares about much about that.
The reason why I said rural areas is every one of us have had a stint there, grown up there.
Yes.
I've grown up there. So one way or another, we're going to have our phones out there. We're going to be taking photos. The Gogos nowadays, my Gogo is on WhatsApp. that's how tech savvy they've become. So we can't keep thinking that they're going to remain afraid. Taking a photo is something very, very simple for them. And all we want to do, because when you click on that app immediately takes that photo. They're not going to have to do anything extra. If we can get the screenshot up, it's a take photo button. That's all they press, and it takes that photo of that water place.
Sorry. I'll just give one question each to the judges. Time is up. You can still continue asking a question.
I mean, taking a picture is not enough, right? How is she going to upload it to that app?
When she takes that picture, it uploads to that app. When it uploads to that app, those pictures are then sent through to us, to our databases. The application itself in backend does all the connections. It connects that this photo, this GPRS coordinate, because as we take that photo, it takes the GPRS coordinate. So it's going to know this is where this source is. The next person who takes it down the road. It can then map out a route of where the water is. It can tell us this is an overland stream. There must be an underground stream going this way because there are 4 photos within the same area of springs just popping up. This is what the app does in the background.
I don't know this old mission. So we created a repo on GitHub with the screenshots. So if that could be used for this purpose. That was also another thing to add on.
Sorry, man.
Timer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we have the next team ready? So when these guys are done, the next team needs to be ready to go up.
Oh, okay, that's it. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, everyone.
What's the next team?
Space out.
Space out.
No.
What about it? Oh, okay. Kim, is your presentation this? Alright, while they're setting up judges, you can have those guys going.
Yeah, they can ask us.
One more while they set up. If you have any questions to them.
Just one question about the app. Do we still get to see it before we go? Yes. Are you working on getting it right?
Yeah, we can actually show anyone who wants to see it off of our laptop, and we can also show you off of our phone and our iPad. Something reason is very, very front end shy, but right here it's perfect.
So if we could see the application as well, because we need to judge on that.
All right, so if you have something already on a device, rather quickly push it to the judges. Like now. Is it really on the iPad?
The phone.
Is there anyone who need a device for demo? Device, like a phone.
So the next team after Space Out is Space Protector. Can you just get yourself? So Space Protector, Space Pro. If you need any technical requirements, when Rulani finishes there, just quickly communicate with him, so he can sort it out very quickly.
I exported the presentation, but only on the Mac, on the Windows, not on the Mac.
How fast can you do that?
I just need another Windows machine. And then connect another Windows machine because mine has one HDMI, one cannot do it.
Can you quickly do it? Space Pro, can you guys please come up? Are you guys Space Pro? Please come up.
After Space Pro, it's
After Space Pro is Space Out.
So I just need to prop this to that.
Focus, man.
What you're saying right now is that your book is active. Yeah. Is there anything that is working in your application right now?
Are we good to go?
No, they're still sorting out the issues. They need to
Ask him to give it the USB.
all the USB.
From Kim.
Well,
LiveFit and Team Awesome, do you guys have something to quickly add?
I don't know if the judge saw that the app does going to have.
So can you show the judges if you want to quickly show them something?
Actually, is able to take a picture at the moment. So we did take that picture. So I thought you guys know. So what's
And then Awesome.
so they don't have the workforce functions. They're saying that.
Are you guys sharp?
Yeah.
Raul, come on, either.
Please don't you?
Cool. You sharp? Alright, we can start.
Afternoon, guys. We are actually the space protection group, and the project that we chose is Sensor Yourself. All right, the background. Since in most aircraft problems and researchers face problems where we get an aircraft crashed and then they have to have to get back the location where the aircraft crashed and all that. So we're basically building a system that actually can help researchers to actually know about a place before they can actually go there, which it can actually give the look and feel of that place. I mean, talking about the locale and then around the surrounding of a place, looking at the temperature, humidity of an area. And then on our device, we actually included sensors that will actually sense the actual location of that place and be able to give feedback to our database. And then from there, we can be able to display the data from the database. And when we actually build a website application that will actually pull data from our device wherever it is. Let's say researchers have a problem, I mean, they have a place where they have to visit. I mean, our researchers have a place where they can actually visit to know how safe is that place. Before they can actually go there, they actually have to send their device and can actually provide back the information at the real-time speed.
Okay. If you check it with problems, the problems that lead us in choosing this challenge, you can see that there are a lot of death occurring in the world. So, and that one is a very big problem actually. I think it's affecting everyone. And then a lot of them, they are caused by danger, as he explained, that something like accident, crashes of a plane, or something that happens unexpectedly, meaning that think about what's on forward can actually let them make a decision and protect themselves. So some people need to know the place before they get into so this kind of galactic solver problems. So those ones, they cannot just get into somewhere, let's say going to galaxy without understanding more about it. So they have to send something to research at least a little bit before they get into that place. So the approach that we're using to solve this solution is to actually give people information wherever they are. So if in case we're in the plane, we can actually push a device in front of us. So if something goes wrong with the plane or crashes, researchers can be able to come and see each and everything step by step, because this device will update our database frequently. So that's also, if we check here the device and the kind of devices that they were already built, were displayed on the challenges on NASA. And then this is the actual solution that we attempt to use. It actually have all those sensors that we mentioned. So temperatures, moisture, smoke, and
Flame,
yeah.
and the distance, and it can actually get the actual location using a GPS system, global positioning system, to get the location of that point.
Okay, fine. And then people who would be, can use internet. People who are gonna be maybe on the transportation. Those who want to know. Let's take that in the plane for our main example. Let's take that in the plane. The rest can be able to see what's happening on the website, because the website would open to everyone. So everyone over cell phone or computers with other internet access can just open and see everything that's happening online. Even people who are not on that transportation can be able to see all that. So here we're just gonna do a quick demo on how the device will work.
So this is just an interface of our web view. So, but now we're just gonna switch Just gonna quickly go type the website and be able to view the data live streaming on the device. So we'll also be showing the controlling of our device, which can actually be sent there. And then we are also actually thinking of extending it maybe to be a drone or a flight or something.
So while you're setting up the website, here you can check on how the device works. We actually using a GSM so it's globally communication. And then, but if we very close, we switch to different protocols for faster speed. So here you can just use a little bit of demonstration. The device can be able to use it, can control it with using cell phones. And then there you can see I'm trying to switch on the light beam on the device. So it can be able to check, to change the directions. If it's on movement, if you can check here on the display, we can even push it. So this are the first way. And then bang for some different program. So they have all the movement, but this place is small. I cannot let me put it down.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the website to load and be able to view the data that we're reading from this device at the real-time communication. The website, it's the one that is actually shown there. It's it's IS. Yeah, iStroke.
So it's going to sense this
electro.
Is that?
Can you remove that highlighting?
Oh, okay. As iStroke electro, if you have internet good connection, you can be able to receive the data. So our time is up. If you guys can be able to log into that page, the device is now roaming around. It will be able to actually give you a real-time feedback.
All right, Q&A.
All right, thank you guys for your time.
You guys have questions?
Yeah. I just want to find out here. No?
Okay.
First of all, it's a great idea. I like it.
Okay.
But I just want to know what's your focus actually, because I hear tracking things like planes that crashed.
Okay.
And I also hear checking the environment beforehand before people go to it. So
all right.
What's your focus?
Checking the environment before doing that, it's for researchers.
Okay.
Researchers that can actually, before going to that the specific place, knowing how safe it is, they can send a device rather than a person, maybe to put him into danger. And then on a plane crash, maybe that device, it can be a static device that is on the plane, and then we can actually constantly monitor what is happening on the plane. So it is crash and fall inside the water. The researchers, that surveyors and researchers who will be actually going to that place to dig evidence. They can actually view the location, and they can know when the plane crashed, what was the smoke, what was the sound, and the camera. It will also have a camera and be able to give feedback of images, and then they can also the location, so that they have enough evidence to actually visit. But we're not only targeting those markets, but any researchers which actually can fail to send their device there and actually get the location. And even NASA, when they want to send, want to take other planet, they can send it.
On a planet, how is it different from those vehicles they have on the moon?
Oh, okay. From ours, we plan to attach many sensors as possible so that you can actually get the feeling of that area. Of attaching many sensors, because if you can hear sound and then have some information, temperatures and all that, you can actually get the feeling of how that area looks like. It's like you already sounded a dog there, and actually when there's something wrong happening, it barks and gives you feedback, something like that. It alerts you before the incident happens, something like that.
So
yeah,
I like your idea, but you don't really say what's so specific about your solution, because they already have robots that can do chemical analysis.
Right.
Mouse. They have the what's the name of that? But they sent the robot recently, and it's able to do all of that. What is so specific about your?
Apparently, we were targeting the challenge on Sense Yourself, trying to include more we were basically looking at the challenge itself and then trying to include more sensors that maybe if possibly whatever they added, maybe if we can add extra features on the robot that can actually give feedback on that.
How are you planning to sell this to advise your target market?
So far, we haven't, the time frame that we haven't decided on the business model side and side of things. But then from my general point of view, that also cannot even not focus on also research and all that. That's something that can be expensive. Even an individual, we can make that product to be cheaper. An individual can be able to buy that product, and maybe, for instance, you go into a place and then you can send a drone and maybe it can give you feedback about the place. Maybe the smoke around there can affect your health, something like that. So you can actually retrieve data about that location. So we're trying to make that device just cheap as possible. Even an individual can even afford it and then be able to use it for his own, needs or something like that.
Can I get one more question? The device you're talking about, okay, you presented a car solver.
Yeah.
The device you're talking about, what will it be? Would it be a module that could be planted in any vehicle, or will it be the whole body that, or something similar to that?
Yeah, this device actually, it moves, so it cannot be just a static device.
So it's a whole,
the
whole thing.
with
the sensors and everything. It's just not it's not something that you can take out and
put it to a stationary. Because we also wanted to extend it into a drone format. Maybe we can present it when it's flying and all that. But then from the technologies that we had just had, the limited technology that we just had, we also plan on building the car that can actually move to demonstrate whatever.
But the whole approach is all about going everywhere with you.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Space out. Yeah.
Guys, can I just say a few words before you sit down? I believe I like what you're doing, and guys, can I please speak for a bit? I like what you're doing, and I see a lot of applications for it. And from my perspective, I see it being applicable in a lot of scenarios. So what I would suggest, or rather just put as something to think about, is instead of making it a complete moving module like a car or a drone or whatever, I think you should also make it available as just a module that can be planted onto some already existing structure. For instance, people have already built submarines, and they've got submarines that can go to some really good depth. So if they want to use a tool like that in places like that, they already have the equipment, but they need a device like that. So I would suggest that if you're taking it forward, don't just focus on the transportation and the logistics part of it, but also focus on making it a module. Because I would really want to get something like that for research purposes, for instance.
All right.
And for also simple things like keys, putting it, like we said earlier, putting it on the key. If I lose my key,
then I know where my keys are.
I think that is awesome. I think it's brilliant. It's also got some real life implications, like maybe you can send it to mines and they can send them down to mine shafts if people are trapped, or you can send it to the army and they can put like grenades on.
And then they get information. So before they attack the place, they can actually view how's the environment and how's the surroundings.
Yeah, so I think the general idea is don't only limit it to one specific logistics. So don't just make it compatible with a drone or a car. Or
All right.
Make it more open.
All right, Ned, thanks for your comments and suggestions. Thanks. And if you have good internet signal, you can just check it now. You still switch it on. You can check it. It's still updating the baby.
For it to move, it give you GPS location sometime, and then it could give you temperatures and the noise around this place.
So play with it while we show it to the judges.
Open what?
I mean that website.
Does it say or if someone is using a phone? I'm not sure if they
No, I mean on the device because like you will be judged on that.
Yeah.
If you can just
Definitely.
Oh,
we need that.
Yeah.
Still using this. She's okay, right? Yeah. Fitz, write me that link somewhere.
Oh, the link.
Yeah. All right. I want to tweet it.
Okay, cool.
Guys, I gave you these small papers, no? Don't write anything here. Generally explain what you have to do. Right? But if you can check at the back, there's a number written on this papers.
Nothing.
Check, just check.
Nothing.
You need glasses.
Yes, Google glasses.
Just check the numbers. I can see on this one.
Oh.
Alright, Kim. You good?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, number two. Number two. Number two on the paper. The numbers. So you don't want to win. Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. You can set the number.
Alright, Kim, good to go. Alright, so you can start.
Yeah.
The next team, Space Card. Just get yourself ready. Kim, you can start.
Alright. Hi, the judges. How are you doing? You're right. No, I can't try that. The challenge that I am tackling is simulation, being out of space, and it's about asteroids. I'm sure, I don't know if everyone knows what an asteroid is. Asteroids are like blocks or stones or whatever you want to call it, which is chemicals, but if they throw it at you, it can hurt you. So anything that hurts you, the way you want to call it, you can use that name for asteroids, but it's in the space. And then you have different kind of asteroids. And what an asteroid does, it's very small, but the impact it has to the Earth is huge. So if one asteroid has to actually get inside our planet, we could have like very big damage where we could possibly not all be alive anymore, depending on how big the asteroid is. So it's quite a dangerous thing, but it's very small, right? So it's like HIV, right? So you have those kind of things. So now what happens is you always need to find ways to actually stop them. So NASA, they usually they have missions, you send out there, and then you get to analyze, and you get to actually take different pictures, or they get to extract certain details about the different asteroids, and then they bring it back and they find how they can actually deal with that whenever it's about to come in. So the one that I had to do is more on a educational side and on a bit of entertaining side, because it's a game. You would just be around one empty space for hours and hours and hours until you find the asteroid. or you get tired and you leave the game. And the other one is for you to be able to put yourself out of space if you've ever been interested to actually be out there and then see how it works. And hence I said it's a simulation, right? Wait, is that what I've done already?
No, what's
Talk
left?
For 4 minutes.
What's left?
Oh, okay. So that's what I worked on. So it's not specifically what you would call a problem that's out there, but it's more of the educational side of things. And that could also be the problem. The problem is most of us are not really much educated on what an asteroid could do to the Earth. So with the game kind of situation or simulation kind of situation, you're actually able to understand what an asteroid does and how it works. So my team and myself worked on this thing while sleeping. You can't see. Oh, it's not connected. Okay, much. Sorry, I'm gonna have to. Connected.
Got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
She's close. Okay, it's gonna be small, but yeah. Anyway, that space out, asteroid approaching Earth, and you have to be able to go to the asteroid, and then you should use a specific technique to actually push the asteroid away from Earth. So whatever you guys have seen in the movies is a bit fake. Like, you do not just go out there and then shoot an asteroid and then that's it, then you leave it and you save the planet. What happens is that when you shoot it, it actually becomes smaller components, and when it's smaller components, those ones are still in the universe, so they could still come back, and whatever, as small as it can be, the chemical could actually create problems. And that is actually what one would look like, similar to what it would look like, right? Okay, it's not gonna hit the thing, it's not gonna hit it, it's not gonna hit it, okay, it's not hitting it. Then you get to start the mission. And that's all you are. It's very poor here, you guys won't be able to see much, but I will put it on, I'll put it on probably my website or something, and then you guys can probably see better, but because there you can't see anything. So you can be in the engine. It's actually useless to show you here. But well, you see the engine. From here you can see the Earth, and on that side you have the distance of the asteroid to the Earth, so it counts down, and then on this side is actually you to the Earth, right? So that you know which distance you are to the asteroid, so not to the Earth, your distance to the asteroid, and there is the distance of the asteroid to the Earth. And you have to apply it the same way it's done outside. I mean, in space. You just go around, because here you can use the controls, trying to find out where exactly it could be, depending on how you would be moving. And you actually get to see other things which you can't see there exactly as you would see it in space until you get to the actual asteroid. And if you press, when you get close to the asteroid, you press the trigger button, you have that, yeah, that you hit something you're not supposed to hit. There's a rock you hit. So when you hit the rock, the actual space just damaged, and then you just have everything broken. But then when you get to the asteroid, what happens is you need now to use that specific long metal to actually push it and push it as soon as possible. If you push it hard, the spaceship breaks down. If you push it too slow, it's not gonna move away too fast. So you now need to be able to adjust that. And yeah, that was it. But you can't see much there. If you want to come see from the
judges.
What category did you choose? Because I hear entertainment and education.
The category is create your own asteroid mission. So they ask you to simulate an asteroid mission, go out there and then find an asteroid, and how does that actually work in space? So that's what it was.
So on the game, does the asteroid actually hit the planet? And then
That's the
demonstrate?
time. The time is not the time. The distance you're saying there is how far it is from the planet. So if you don't get there on time, that's you. If you don't get there on time, you see you're a bit slightly further than it is to the Earth. And if you don't get it to the Earth, it actually hits the planets. Then you get all the messages of whatever damage happens when it hit the Earth. So then you get informed also to that. So it actually hits the Earth if you don't get there before the time there. So those are actually real time depending on where exactly the asteroid is to the Earth.
What's the future plan with this?
The future plan is educating people and then get more educational stuff included to that, and then get that more of an entertaining game that would be published on stores. And not gonna put aliens because it's fake, so we're trying to get you as close as possible to what the real situation is. And initially what I had in mind was to have this used with the VR, if you guys know about the virtual reality gadgets, because when you wear it, you don't see anything else, so you're really in space. So it's you really being simulated into that space where you can never go with our 5 rand in our pockets. So it's taking you to space with no money.
Oh, cool.
No questions? That's good.
Space card. And then
Thank you.
Alright, so Kim, if you have the game on a device, you can quickly show them.
I'll put it on another computer then we can see it properly.
Alright. And then after space card, see Hive. Just get yourself ready. Sorry?
Oh, yeah.
Hi everyone.
Just give me a sec. Good to go.
As it says here, we are space cards, and the challenge that we chose is happy moments from space. And I'm gonna quickly introduce you to my team. And on my far left is Diamond, and it's
Sorry to interrupt you. You don't have a lot of time to go through names.
okay. This is it. This is Marie, and she's gonna tell you about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Every single day, NASA and other science agencies, they publish images, videos, and even technology. Yeah, we want to know about space. We want to know about technology. So people take pictures. People, cool guys like the one who was there and who presented his car, they take videos, sensors, and they produce a lot of information, a lot of videos, images, but then they are lost. No one uses them. What we came up with is actually a social media platform. What it does, it connects images and videos. Everything is actually connected concerning space, the Earth, the galaxy, stars, and everything that you can think about when you talk about space. and it allows people to use those resources. You can personalize them, you can write messages, and you can share your love for space, for technology with other people. So we actually created 2 apps. One is the Android app, and the other one is the web application. And Diamond Barak, he will present to us the Android app.
Actually, I will be presenting the iOS version. Sorry about that.
Got 5 more minutes.
Okay, this is the app we come up with, and as you know, it's a social platform. So you need to sign up or log in if you're not already registered. So I'm just gonna log in. So, and when you log in, this is the home page. So these are the pictures we already posted, and what we come up with is a kind of a mix of different social platforms out there, like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Picnics. So you can create any kind of collage you want. So choosing the theme you want, like you want 1 image here and your message, and then maybe 2 images or 3. So and then you add the message, and then you can lift up your post. And the moment you lift it up, so your friends can see your post here. So and the general public can see it here if you want. So we also have some mechanism in place whereby if you don't want to see a particular post, you can hide them, you can like, and then you can add comment to those to a particular post. So what we're just trying to do is that if you have a friend has a birthday today, so you can create like a collage of images from the space that are coming from the far galaxy today, and add a personalized message to that particular post. So in form of a postcard, and you post it out there, and then you need to be appearing on their friends section. So that's basically what we're trying to do. So, and we also have a web platform which is in place, and you can do almost the same thing as the mobile app itself. So let me just quickly transfer to this and then present to you the the web platform. Actually, our guru lady here will be doing that.
Do you guys have questions in the meantime?
Yes, any questions? Basically, what we want to do is we want to take compliments into space. We want people to be complimented, not by complimentary cards and things. You create a postcard for your friend. It's a birthday or anniversary. You can choose any image that you think describes your friend the most, or you think will appeal to her, and write a lovely message and send and post it for the whole world to see, and for your friend to see as well. Before time runs up.
This thing is not showing yet.
Okay.
But maybe I will use the laptop to present to you guys.
Here's the home page, and as you said,
can you please bring it closer to us?
Okay. It has a login and a register page, but what I am basically going to do is just log in. It's not yet completely implemented, unlike the mobile application phase, but it gives you a basic idea of what it does. And I'm just going to log in quickly so that you can see. Log in. It takes you to MySpace,
This is called the MySpace page. It's going to be your profile, basically. And you can update your profile, and you can also view images. These are going to be feeds from NASA, like daily feeds from NASA, and you can choose any of those pictures to create your postcard. You can add your message to it and post it for the world and your friends to see. That's basically what it does. And thank you very much.
Why would I choose to use your application over something like Instagram?
Well, as we said, we're actually creating this for space fanatics, people who love space. And most of these images were taken, that were taken were the most expensive pictures taken in the whole universe, you understand? Because they go far galaxy to take this picture, which looks awesome, you understand? But they are not being used out there. So we're just looking for a special way to allow everyone to be aware of what is out there.
We do not want to limit data that is taken from space, images like this, to only scientists and geeks. We as normal individuals should also be able to interact with space and personalize it, share it, and use it as we please it. Not just scientific geeks and Albert Einsteins only. See, yeah. So
now, when I write a postcard, is the message going to be on the image or just?
It's just going to be the message and the image. The message at the bottom with the image. Yeah. And maybe as it develops further, then we could actually also make it much more visual, make it much more Photoshopish and colorish and things like that.
That's what this postcard's about. And it's a picture, and then the image the text must be on the image.
Yeah, but still in development phase. This is what we were able to come up with so far.
No other question?
Any question?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Team UN. UN, we've got two more teams, Gazin or Gazen. Sorry? Oh, sorry, man. I thought this was Sea Hive. Sorry. UN can take a piece. Unless if you want to jump in first. Uh, 29. Diamond, do you have your app on the device? Can you quickly just show them in the meantime? Yeah, I was looking at while they're setting up. No, it's a cable. Hold on. Can start.
Hi guys. Can I please see those people that actually believe doctors when they say that fat is actually what makes you fatter? Which one of you believes doctors when they tell you that eating fat makes you fat? You have people that believe in it. Okay, cool. My name is Nell, and I'm from a group called the Sea Hive. We actually developed an application. I can't say an application. We've actually worked on a project called the Crop Alert. What is Crop Alert? This is a question that most of you are asking yourself. Okay, Crop Alert is an online community service, meaning that we don't necessarily have a mobile application or a website, but then we provide our services for all platforms. A new technology has been released called the Intel XDK, which provides to create more web-based applications which run on all applications. So Crop Alert actually aims to inform farmers or everyone else about everything that's happening in the environment. It's not limited to space or the earth or anything but to the environment. And it's crowdsourced. By crowdsourced, I mean that we're getting information from everyone. So this thing actually operates like, do you know Facebook, your timeline? You can go there, post status messages and stuff, but then it's not necessarily like your Facebook social network, because there you don't really have to invite a friend. But then we have a GPS locator that actually locates where you are. Let me say, for example, me and Tiani are both in Pretoria. He uploads a status message. The GPS locator goes to our database, compares where he is to where I am, and then sends his status message to me. So like then, if he's a farmer, he's affected by a certain number of pests or diseases that affect his crops, it means that I too, since I'm in Pretoria, I'm affected by the same thing. Because if it's raining in town, it's probably more raining here also. So how does it function? As I said, this thing is a website. So it is up to you as people to give each other information through us. And it's not limited. You don't have to buy Android saying that, okay, I'm buying Android because this thing is only limited to Android. It's not. It's a web-based application that runs on all applications. What are the benefits? The benefits are, this thing actually benefits our businesses, it benefits our individuals, it benefits the state. It benefits the businesses in the sense that we've got our farming businesses. It was stated last week that South Africa is in a crisis where meals are being alleviated or finished. So this thing aims to alleviate the problem such that our environment is changing. Just as doctors long time ago, they told you that fat is what makes you fatter. That thing was just a theory. It was never proven. Reason being that the doctors never knew what was happening in the environment. So now Professor Tim Noakes came with another solution saying that carbs are actually what makes you fatter. Because doctors made you believe that eating burger has a lot of fat and makes you fatter. But Professor Tim Noakes said that it is the sugar in the burger that actually makes you fatter. Why Crop Alert? I mean, you can get information anywhere, anytime, but the aim is to solve the problems faced in farming industry, especially focusing on crop health, because it is only for you to know what actually affects you, for you to know what actually forms what affects you, to actually know what really affects you. You can't know the production without knowing the producer. So that's the aim. So this thing actually gives you information about the environment, and then you can know everything that happens, alerting everyone that is around you. So now I will call one of my colleagues here to show you how everything works.
Hello guys. Hello. Okay, here I have a Crop Alert app and a website. What you do on a phone app, it actually goes to the database and also pops out on your website. Basically, what happens here, it also happens in a website in a real time. So I will show you the demo right here. This is our app. You can take a picture and it can locate also the location of where you're taking a picture. Actually, when you open the app, it actually get to where you are. It actually retrieve the location where you are. Then when you post, you don't have to click a button to say I'm in this location. The app actually does that immediately when you log into it. Here is the website. Then you can click on home. Then you can scroll down, then you will see the timeline where farmers can be able to scroll down. Yeah, this is the.
Can you maybe take us a picture and see it live there on the website?
Yeah, you can upload the picture through the website.
No,
Just
no,
go
listen,
to profile
from the phone.
From the phone. The thing is, I didn't share the folders. The files are separated. So what's supposed to actually happen is to link all the files to the same folder. So they are separated. I didn't have enough time to combine them. So that the thing is, when it takes a picture, it takes the picture to a certain folder. Then inside that folder, the database will locate the path of that picture. Then it will be able to display it on our website. So if it was online, it was going to be able to do that. So I'm running on a local server, so that's why it's impossible to actually do that. But I can just show you if I post something right there. As he's posting something. We were in Russia and we wanted to produce a working prototype, a very fast working prototype to show you how things works. And many of you are wondering right now, how are we going to get this information? Because lying alone, they told you that we are going to get the information from the farmers themselves, and the farmers themselves are going to learn from what other farmers are posting on the network. This is how it's going to work. They are going to be rating because we produce a prototype and you don't see a rating press somewhere on the
time is up. Sorry, man. Judges. You guys have 30 seconds extra, which means one of the judges can't ask a question because they interrupted you during the presentation.
This is what I uploaded right now.
So other farmers in the same location
who are logged in, they can be able to see whatever is happening, and it has the time and everything. You can upload the title of whatever issue that you encountered, and you can also write something about that. And on the app, I have where you can only see the problems, and you have a field where you can comment to solve that problem.
And to add on that, when you're uploading this post, the location is picked automatically, and it's stored in the database. To be stored in the database. So that,
only one.
I can show you on the app how to.
Alright, while the next team comes through, you can quickly just show them. I'd just like to ask the judges, please don't interrupt them while they're presenting.
Okay.
Let's just ask the questions at the end. Quickly. Are you guys sorted? Rules. Alright, does anyone have questions for alert, crop alert from the audience?
Yeah, these are so we're making it on social media platforms. So, and then you can different images on it, and then maybe you can just add comments. Make it like a space going out, yeah. So and then we have the high button to hide different numbers. So because of the time limitation, there is still a button to make it perfect. And to create, we're gonna have a beta team. So I wanted to come up with a message showing over the card, but I think this will take up the whole space and cover the image itself. So that's why I decided to put it at the bottom to make it look more like the social media platform.
Postcards. Postcards. The message needs to be on top of the card itself.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm just considering moving forward.
Hello everyone. We are Team U and we also choose a crop alert system as our project. So our project is a meet special for our local.
You were too fast for me. Can continue.
We made it special for our local farmers where they can register with each other so they can share information about different diseases that they are experiencing in their farms. So maybe they can probably come up with a solution to solve that problem. I mean, maybe to come with a pesticides to kill those pests which are causing these diseases on their leaves or maybe, yeah. So I will let my team.
Yeah. Background of this, why we choose this is because, as you can see, most livelihoods, I think they are based more on their success are based more on crops. Like many people in our country are farmers and their lives depends more on farming. So we choose this, and especially for people from rural area because we also from rural area. We might know what we're talking about. We obviously choose this for them create a site where they will interact with each other via emails. Like for instance, if you realize that your farm has a certain disease, you can go online on our web and then send the email, and then everyone who's registered on the website will receive that notification. And then there's also a gallery where you can upload your pictures. Yeah, so the pictures that you think are affected, like for instance, a picture of a disease or a picture of a pest that affected your farm, you can take a photo and then upload it. And then you can also ask a question if you don't know what kind of disease you're experiencing. And then someone with information obviously will share the ideas with you. Yeah.
Okay. My name is John. For this system is based on the web. In the meantime, and then we will continue to build a mobile app for you. But for you to be part of it, to update and to insert a new disease or whatever, you have to sign in and insert a certain disease. And then when you insert, it can automatically send an alert through email or SMSs. So the members who are registered, they will get notifications about the SMSs on email based on their location. Yeah, and then we are using PHP, MySQL for that currently, and then later on we develop using others. That's all.
The target audience for our applications are farmers and businesses, households, and investors. Using this application or system of us, investors could just log in to see the affected crops and affected areas so that they will know that this place I can invest on farming, this place is very infected by different infections, pests that is so dangerous for their investment.
for farmers. This will allow other farmers that this type of crop or harvesting is very dangerous in this time, in this place and this time of the year, so that they can just make other plans to make sure that they shift their production or somewhere. For businesses, it allows them that their business are at very high stakes. You cannot, like for itself, order apples from very infected places, where you all know that the places is very infected with pests and something, because you know that those apples, those bananas are very dangerous for your business. For households, we all use we also use vegetables from farms and other things like that, so that this will affect them very difficult. So we'll just be an alert for farmers to make sure that they improve their crops so that the household will get the proper crops. That's all. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Can we see a product also?
Sure.
Can you just show us that? Is it you?
Currently, yeah.
Can you push the screen?
This is our login page where the registered user will log in, and this is our sign up page, and this is where the registered user will insert or enter information about certain diseases. That will be the discovered area, test information, and harvest time for that information. When the user insert, this thing automatically is inserted to the databases and alert all the users that are registered via SMS and email. That certain user has inserted a certain infection that will be in a certain area in a certain time.
Alright, the judges have questions.
So it's just going to be a list of all the infected plants.
Infected.
So now if that problem has been resolved, can people also post there?
Yeah, they are alerted that the certain
They'll be helping each other, like people giving each other information. Maybe if someone knows what to do to solve that problem, they'll share the information on this. Only those who are registered the issue, we can communicate.
Right, suppose I'm registered and then just want to play around and I just post some nonsense, some data that is not relevant. Are you guys going to include photos?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. If you are going to include photos, what if I just post the photo of a cat? How are you guys going to evaluate that the information is?
Yeah, I think currently we don't have a solution for that, but we will work on it. That did not come to our mind.
Okay.
So on the list that you have where they input their problems and stuff, I suggest you use colors as well. For all the problems that are still outstanding, maybe leave it red. For all the ones that are being resolved, then just color code it. Because right now it's just a white page. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Thanks, James.
Next group, Gazin or Gazin. Oh, gazing.
Gazing. Okay, what do I just connect here?
While I connect to you, you guys have questions for any of the previous groups? Questions of some sort of feedback?
Just maybe on the last term. I know that time might have been limited, but make sure that when you go and present something like this, your presentation at least is on point. Things like spelling mistakes, I saw also some colons. It's kind of disturbing in a way. Just make sure that you go through your presentation before you actually go to the presentation.
Any other comments?
Can we get any signal here?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Are we coming all right? T, can you just quickly explain what we need to do with those cards that Rulani gave us?
Okay, out of all the presentations here, you as an individual person, just write out your favorite team, besides yours. The favorite team that you think massaged your feelings. Don't only vote for one. You don't have to vote now, and remember your vote is a secret, so you can write and then put it in the pocket.
How many?
Sorry?
How many teams can you choose on one? Just one. You can't choose your own team. So I have to write my name.
Yes.
Okay. Your name and the name of the team that you choose.
But then you don't have to do it now because we still have 2 more teams. Please don't do it now.
Can you also if you put the list of the teams again up on the screen when you're done?
All right.
All right.
You're good to go.
Yeah, JP Digital. So this is who we are.
Hold on, bro. Who's got the digicam?
I should know.
Team. Okay, no, it's fine. There's choice, né? We do it. The judges have done because we cannot choose the team that so just clarify that.
You guys good to go?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah?
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just press. Okay, hook me up with that and you guys get ready to start. This one. Just position Jose, Peter, you guys can start, eh?
Hi, I'm Peter. Who's the name to know?
I'm Jose.
It's Jose. We're JP Digital. We're pretty much a graphic design group. As you can see, Imagine Design. We took on a project that basically it's all about a visual representation of a system that come up in America. That's, I think, is a huge problem for everybody. The system is called a stream geyser. Water is a powerful thing. Water can divide landscapes. Water can bring life and can take life. You need water, I need water. It's a powerful thing. Think about it. We misuse it a lot. In America, there's a study where they're always studying the pressure and the volume of water, especially in terms of the rainfalls and the sea levels, because these are the problems they are facing all the time. And we were asked to give a solution or to give a presentation on how would you visualize a solution to stream gazing, which is just, stream gazing is a network of streams that takes water into rivers and dams. It's just a solution where when the water is high and you're scared of floods, well, that will solve it. But what we worked on a project called Geyser, just Geyser, pretty much calling it the same name, which means curiosity, I would say, being curious. It's not showing well here. All right, what can you see? Fire. That is the problem. You see what you only see that, but that's not what I see.
Drop of water.
I see Africa. This is Africa. The solution America needs. When was the last time Africa had a high water level? They do, but we do not suffer from floods. Why? Because of one basic thing that Africa has: power. I'm not talking about the sheer mines. I'm talking about energy. Energy from the sun. Our challenge was to animate something that would entail a solution. And we had an animation which was a scientist trying to, but I had a problem with that. It crashed. That was my actual presentation. So I had to come up with something really quick. And I thought that since it crashed today, so I came up with this, which is just energy. And that is the solution Stream Geyser needs. They need to come to South Africa and put their machines and their data and realize that this is a place to solve their problem. This is who we are. And that's our project. And we think our solution, the solution is Africa. I have no scientific data, but I just know that Africa is definitely the solution. I can show you the program that crashed, but I don't think it will show well, but let me just show you well.
Can you attempt to show us?
I'll attempt. Although it was a 10-minute video though, but since it crashed, I'll just show you the progress of what was about to happen. And I hope it doesn't fail me again. Oh, it's actually failing me. So we have a doctor walking in a dam. That was the whole thing. Well, he's a scientist, however you think about it. But it's crashing. So he walks to the dam and he sees a fire. He wants to put it out. So he calls the fire brigaders and they pour water on the fire. The funny part is, water is supposed to take out the fire. And fire was not going anywhere. Do you see the metaphor there? That is the solution. Thanks. Well, I'm done. If you don't have any questions, that's fine. You don't need ones. Anyway.
Charges?
Sorry, man. Just briefly,
Yes.
And very quickly, please recite the problem statement and the solution just quickly, because I think I missed all of that.
All right. In the United States, there's a system called Stream Gazer. Pretty much what it is like a stream flow of water. So they have been collecting data of a water level in America, and their solution is obviously to have a network that takes water to the dam all the time. But let's be honest, whenever water is flooding, the solution is the sun. It's always been the sun. Water needs to be evaporated, and that's just how life works. Mother Nature is like that. But since we are scientists, we're coming up with ways to solve things that are already solved, but we don't see that they are.
So that water basically doesn't have any other use.
Water has use, definitely. I mean, energy.
I'm talking about the one that you say the scientists channel to dams and stuff. They can't use it for anything else.
No, they do that for a power. So they need power, electricity.
Okay.
Yeah, but usually it overflows. So it's like they're getting more than what they need, and it becomes a problem. You know, so they start streaming more streams to which causes a whole lot of flooding in their areas and stuff, because they don't have a basic place where water goes, because they're trying to redirect water.
The solution question, Africa.
The sun was a solution. That's what I mean.
For what? Electricity.
The power is the solution. Heat.
To evaporate the water.
Yeah. That's the solution.
Thanks.
All right. Rest of the judges, any questions?
No.
Okay, can we have the last team? So there's a question. There's a question at the back. Peter, Jose, there's a question at the back.
All right.
You said Africa is the solution.
Yes.
So how do you intend to use Africa as a solution?
No. I do not intend to use Africa as a solution. I intend them to see that Africa is a solution, because what they need is a whole lot of heat, and Africa is able to provide that. How? You are in Africa. Do I need to explain that?
Am I going to carry the sun?
That's the whole point. I'm saying Mother Nature has already solved the problem.
But you cannot.
It has never been a problem.
Mother Nature to evaporate as much water from America as it does.
I get your point. I get your point, but what I'm trying to state is life has always been like that. And we need heat, and whenever Mother Nature decides to flood your country, I mean, it's just leave the sun. It's gonna do its thing. That's what I mean. I mean, when did you hear a report like there was a flood in Africa? Do you know why? No, I mean, we don't. I mean, it's pretty much because there are no mountains here. A lot of mountains, right? But there's a whole lot of heat, right? So you can't have any floods. Well, we do have oceans in South Africa, right? But I ain't never seen no tsunami. And everywhere where there is a tsunami, you find that they pretty much don't see mostly the sun. They don't have heat.
Are you saying that there are tsunamis in the Antarctica area?
Okay, look.
Because they don't have the sun.
In Asia, they provide heat clothing, so they don't have the sun. They wear clothing with heat. Do you get my point?
Sorry, what category was that? What was I talking about?
Yeah.
What category?
It has, well, oh, you mean me? Or?
The category that you chose on
the category
challenge.
is Stream Gazer.
Stream Gazer.
It's S, actually,
Yeah.
the category.
Okay, that's what I wanted.
Sorry.
Jesse?
Sorry, man, while they stay busy connecting, I'm just a bit confused. Just don't understand. You said, I heard you saying something like America should at least bring their stuff aside so they can use the South African or the African energy.
No. They have hydrograph that explains the level of volume of water that they always do take around the. I'm not a scientist, but they do have that already. But what I mean is, they are doing research in a cold area. Why don't they do research in a hot area and see the results? Maybe the results would be more favorable in an area where there's more energy, and more, I would say, more calculated. Africa is very much more.
So this is basically more of a proposal, not a solution.
It's more of a proposal that will bring up the solution.
Hold on, sorry, man.
Hi everyone. I'm Tawang Mangobe, that everyone calls me Cosman. And so the challenge that I took was clean water mapping. And I took a different scenario in trying to solve what the challenges were given to us. So I tried to come up with this my own scenario. So it was nothing, I guess. Access to clean water in rural areas is still a huge problem. If the people in the rural areas can get access to this clean water, clean water, it's gonna improve health. It's gonna, which in turn it will. Sorry. Sorry guys, I'm nervous.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. What this means, what clean water means is it means a better means of improved health and education. So I try to come up with a solution where I want to make it easier for people to stay hydrated, and I provide access to clean water by creating this smart water bottle. Unfortunately, we don't have the actual smart water bottle here with us, but it's something that has been planned to be built after this hackathon. So how this is gonna work is we're gonna have shops that sign up as taps. So they're gonna be some sort of reservoirs around your town or wherever the case might be. So you come in as a Praetorian guy or as a Gauteng person, you buy this smart water bottle. So when you, let's say you're going to work or something, you're doing your jogging and stuff, you run out of water. You can always come back to these shops and they'll give you free water, as long as you have a smart water bottle. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. Yeah, so we do have a website that helps locate these types. So when you find a tab, you can always ask for a refill at whatever store whatever location you add. The social problem that we trying to save is with every purchase that the people with money or the people that can afford these bottles, each month the RESMO will provide water pumps to rural areas for free. We'll deploy people to go around the country talking to the members of the community, asking them what needs to be done, what types of water pumps they need, and etc. So how are we gonna do this giving of water pumps? So we're gonna calculate our funds, how much we made per month, and if we have enough funds, we go let's say to Limpopo. I'm from Limpopo, so we'll go to Limpopo, install a water pump, choose committee, choose a committee in the community who's gonna look after these water pumps, and we'll provide training to these members, to the responsible people who will be responsible for the water pumps. I'm gonna take you to my web demo. It works. So this is how the site looks. So as a Joe Baker, this is for the Joe Bakers, the people with the bottles. They can always refill their RESMO bottles at selected stores. Actually, there was supposed to be a map somewhere here, so I haven't seen it. Oh, there you go. So it has a location that it gives you, it pinpoints your exact location and gives you participating stores that are close to you or nearby. Let's try Nando's and some Tramshed. I like Nando's. So when you get to Nando's, you ask you ask at the till or front desk for them to refill you, to give you your free water, basically. You can always find directions, and for more options, for better direction experience, you can always go to Google Maps to get Google Maps will give you directions to wherever you need to go. As a bottle holder, you will get the number of times you've been refilling the amount of usage.
It's a mess up.
Sorry guys, the nerves.
Yeah, let's blame it on the nerves.
I'm not sure if you guys have questions for me.
Can I just confirm that we all understand the concept? Is are you making a proposal of an initiative where people, instead of buying water, they buy bottles, and the proceeds of which are used to install pumps at rural areas to provide more access to water?
Exactly.
Okay, so what happens when I go to refill? Do I have to contribute something, or
you don't have to contribute anything? So the buying of the bottle is a once-off fee. You just need to present the bottle and you get your free water.
Is it still water or just?
Whatever water you want.
Come on, make it still water, baby. No, but anyway.
Okay, so
I like
the
it.
shop is the one that provides water.
The water comes from us, so we're gonna partner with the shops, and we give them JoJo tanks and yeah.
By saying a smart bottle, how smart it is? What is that smart about it?
It's gonna track your water usage, the number of liters you take a day. It's gonna calculate the number of liters you.
Please sign me up.
How does it do it? How does it do that? What do you use to get that kind of information?
As of yet, I wanted to consult with the Decathlon Electronics so to give me a better guide of what needs to be done to take this type of calculation.
So your bottle must always be online, basically.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hell of a.
It's gonna be a hell of a bottle.
Expensive
So now-
bottle.
Any questions from the floor?
Just to add on that, it's also the bottle is saving like a lot of people having to buy more bottles, like rather than using one bottle. It's part of recreation as well.
Pardon?
I mean, like it's part of recreation of I mean, like recycling of the bottles. Like you have one bottle rather than buying each other bottles.
It's reusable.
Yeah, reusable, something like that.
So you don't need to buy a new
Every
bottle
bottle and all.
unless you buy it for someone.
So what if it leaks? And what?
You bring it back with.
No, I just want to know how smart would it be.
Okay, so what's the challenge that you were addressing in line with the space of challenge?
Clean water mapping.
I'm still lost with the technology that you're using to sense all those meters. I want to know what kind of technology, what kind of sensors are you going to use?
I'm not an electronical guy, but what these guys did with their controlling of motors and things, I think we can do that, or with a bot we can calculate.
So now, how am I going to get that information? Like how many bottles and liters of water I'm drinking today? Do you have an app?
When you sign up, you're gonna have a profile. You're gonna have your own profile. So this is where you're gonna get everything that you need.
How many are people limited to having a certain amount of liters per day?
Nah, it's about promoting healthy fitness and stuff.
Okay, so since you think to go to the book, we have a lot of undeveloped places where people have to go to the river to get water. So to mean that people will come with big stuff just to get water. In other words, you're working for a loss.
Not really, because that's the issue we try to solve. So when you guys with the guys who can afford these bottles, we're trying to build the people in the Limpopo's a means of water works.
Okay, right. Okay. Okay, no, I'm just concerned because, like, where I'm from in Limpopo, people still use JoJo, and it's something that you spoke about. So, what if someone comes and wants to take all of it? I mean, they don't have water, they also need water. And imagine in a community with like 500 people, and then you supply them with just one.
I think you misunderstood me. The JoJo example was for guys with the bottles. And then your Limpopos are gonna have water pumps. We're gonna dig boreholes and those type of stuff.
Okay, so the bottle system will be implemented, let's say here in Gauteng.
Yeah, it's for the
people who will be buying the bottle, but the proceeds of the activity itself go into installing those pumps in rural areas. So it's not people in rural areas buying those.
No.
So it's your people with money.
Do you have a question?
No.
Just like your ideas original. The fact that most of us will
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Guys, I suggest you step away from your friend and then just write your favorite team. But now I want to show you the names of all the teams right now. They are up on the main website of the SpaceX Challenge. On the main website, you need to go to locations. We can actually filter the location and say Pretoria. Pretoria, you can fill the event details. MLab is excited to play once again, all right. And then you go to projects. On projects, you have the list of all the projects that are being built here at MLab. Gazing, it's the Fire guys. No, not the Fire, Africa. Space Card, the social media-like website and an app that lets you create postcards to send congratulations messages. Sea Hive, I believe they, yeah. I forgot what they were about. And then there was also the fit. So right now you can just log in and then read the descriptions of each team. The Space Protector, Resmo, we just saw it now. Space Out as well, the gaming simulation in outer space. So, you guys will need to do that. Yeah, just choose your favorite team. Mr. Ru will go around collecting the names. Then, when you guys are done collecting the names, Mr. Ru is also going to issue out some certificates. Yeah. Then after that, we're going to have the award ceremony. Now, the judges will have to excuse us. No, wait. The judges will have to. I mean,
okay. And then I'll bring good. Guys, write the names on those papers and then bring them here, and then I'll give you the certificates after. And then after that, you can go to the kitchen and have some snack.
So,
Mr. Analyst, yeah, of the application.
so while we're waiting,
Alright, guys, do you have any comments on the projects?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm hungry. I didn't vote for this because I need to.
Does anyone else have any comments on the project? Yeah. Dude, I went digging into plastic bag with basic stuff to find a bottle for you. So there's a bottle that the innovation hub is selling. You're welcome. Every time that bottle gets bought, proceedings, I think R2 or something, go to some sort of charity organization. So I wanted you to just use that bit for nothing small. As an way of ensuring that whole Joburg rule thing, that the Joburgers are buying, but those proceedings are going to.
What is Joe?
So he likes size, yeah.
This project would
This is your choice.
And then the rest, do you guys have any comments?
Yeah, like you just.
Yeah?
What's going to happen?
Comments on the project. Don't put this down. Yeah, you can comment on.
Alright, guys, can I just say something? And this is directed to everyone. And it's more about future reference than it is about what's happening right now. I hope all of you will participate again next year, no matter how this goes, because Derek mentioned yesterday that for those of you who are willing to pursue your ideas further, it's something that we need. We're looking for entrepreneurs, we're looking for people who are really trying to build solutions. So what my point is that before you come to the hackathon, now that you know about it, next year just try as much as possible to cover the groundwork that will be necessary for your project. So pick the challenge that you want to address, do some research, and start with the wireframing if you can, just to make sure that when you get here, you hit the ground running. Because there's a lot of good that you can get out of these hackathons. It shouldn't be something that you just do once off and throw it away at the end of the weekend. So try to put in more thought. Try to think about sustainability as well as what's going to happen just after the hackathon. So try to think further than that. And also another important thing is collaboration. I don't believe in competition too much, but it's all about, in the end, we do want to pick the person or the group that won. But it would be nice to see group collaborating, because we've got people who do electronics and we've got people who are good at software. Think about the use cases or the applications of putting that together into something even more compelling for the business world. Okay, thanks.
Does anyone else have a
I knew I was going to say it, but okay. You pretty much said most of the stuff that I wanted to say, but mostly for me, as a guy who's into development, the development side, I think if you were to look at it, the apps that or the challenges that we're having, most of them, if you are to really look at them closely, you can have a really solid, complete system that interacts with the other. Like, for example, you can have the guys doing the clean water mapping, that system connected to the crop alert disease or something, and such things. Where farmers, they need such things, right? So you can have use cases where these systems this data that we're given can be put into just one place, one repository, and then you have systems that can be used in. I don't know if it's just me, but I see it that way. You can have, you can have develop APIs on top of it to just harvest this data and stuff. If people collaborate well, and these guys with sensors and stuff can be collecting all that. Yeah.
True. Anyone else with the comments? That comment that you just gave me, please can you just?
I said, and I said this before. I actually told you guys when we were talking about the agricultural apps that we had the crop disease alarm, right? And then you guys had the C-Hive with the leaves, and I was thinking to myself, these are applications that can literally, one can go and work quite well, perfectly, in fact, with the other. And if it had something else, you can end up providing a farmer a suite of tools. Now, when I talked to you guys, I said, think about it this way: experimentally. You find a place, maybe Eastern Cape, in the middle of Eastern Cape, there's a nice farming area, and then you give all the farms within a certain radius that particular suite of application. And you say, this farming season, all of you, the 20 of you, the 10 of you, will be using these apps, and we'll let you have a free trial run until you harvest. If they have positive feedback, if they have negative feedback, but that feedback, you take it to government, you can take it to stakeholders, and you can say, look, this works. Give us money. Literally, that's it. The problem that we're encountering as IT guys is we make these brilliant ideas. These brilliant ideas become brilliant tools, but we don't use them. They're not for us. We make them, and we put them somewhere, and we make something else. We're mechanics. We need to find people who can sell what we make for us. We need to find more innovative people.
All right, so just to add on to what everybody's saying, the Innovation Hub is the ideal space. The guys who are doing things like crops and agriculture stuff, the hub has a sector which focuses on that. Those that are doing things like in the bioscience space, the hub is literally a building dedicated for that. CSR, NRF, the hub is connected to all those people. So it's just to echo what everybody is saying, is that thing is, most people come to hackathons and they think about the biggest challenge for them is staying awake. If they can go 24 hours while being up, that for them is great. They've achieved the goal. But there's actually a lot more that happens with the hackathons. We have seen a couple of ideas become companies. It's very few, but a couple of those ideas become companies. And the agriculture guys with the farming and the cropping, there's a project that we sort of like involved indirectly. It involves SANSA and it involves the Netherlands government. They're looking, SANSA has access to satellites, right? The Netherlands government, what they want is, they want SANSA and a team, a local team, South African team, that can spot the infected plants, what you guys are doing. They've got some seriously crazy technology that can spot the smallest thing on the plant. And then that stuff needs to be fed back to a mobile device for farmers to make decisions. So I just kept quiet just to see where your guys' thinking is. I think the guys with the crops, I did hint here and there what you can do more. But the other thing is data. A lot of these projects, you guys only see my project is taking in stuff and is displaying stuff, you're missing the point of data. Data is expensive. People pay ridiculous amounts for data. The water stuff, you guys are analyzing things. People will pay for all that analysis. The farming, your ShopRite, your Pick and Pay, and all those guys will pay for that information because that is their business. And they're not going to pay 100,000, they're going to pay millions on those kind of things. So just work on those projects. It's not going to be next year. We have a Geek Culture Hackathon in June. Part of what the hackathon is we want to move away from hackathons just being people come and meet for 24 hours or whatever, and then, yeah, eat the food and then they go home. We want to create a process where we get real life projects that come, the companies bring, you work on the challenges, but after the hackathon, something happens after a follow-up where we link you with companies, we link you with taking the projects further. But the projects that were worked here, I don't know how many of you took Derek seriously when he says he already knows people that are in that space. I've seen some of the projects the guys at MLab are working on. I just can't say much of the projects, but some of those projects are what you guys are doing. And it is that wants this project. So just a heads up, it's all up to you guys. It's always the case. We can't force you guys to do anything. We can only create the platform, the space. What happens after that is really up to you. But if you're after money, there's serious money after that. But also if you're after impact, there's a lot of farmers that would need technology to make their farming better. Rules, Tiani, where do we stand? Does anyone else want to say something?
Please. Okay, guys. Even though I was working on what's the website and stuff, I'm actually into mobile development. And through you giving presentations, I saw some guys that have like source codes that I need. So can you please just help? Let's be from that. Yeah. I'm also into graphics design. I was actually a mentor for graphics design this week and last week. So if you need designs, yeah, I'm here. I can teach you. Like, collaborations, yeah.
All right. Yeah, guys, like if it's possible, on your way wherever, you're gonna see me obviously holding this. If I see you, is it possible we just switch email addresses and then we just work from there? Yeah. So like right now.
Like this.
You guys are acting now, eh?
Oh, there's a camera right there.
Yeah, I told you they're online. That's why. Each time you see the camera, I miss the.
Hi, Mom.
But another thing that I think we should seriously consider as developers in Africa. Yeah? What I've noticed is in Africa we're more of code consumers than, guys who create the things. We have never. It's small cases where you have communities of developers just sharing code and such things. The thing is, if I have a project, I create my own source code. I keep it to myself. I only apply it when I need it. If we could have this space as a place where we identify each other and take it as an opportunity to collaborate and share such resources. We could be having our own open source community coming from Africa straight. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and to add to that, like we have things like GitHub where they share source code and stuff. In Africa, I don't think we have one. So we could actually use that one because you guys have been creative enough to create working codes and stuff. So we can upload them and make money. Easy. We can have our own GitHub in Africa and be the first.
Another thing where, I don't know, maybe it's a developer thing, programmers, coders, maybe it is. You guys don't think about money properly. You guys are more on, you're not so good at analyzing. You don't go deep at analyzing. You're more focused on your coding. So this car must move from A to B. So the only goal that you have is to move the car from A to B, but you don't go deeper into thinking what can the car do on its way to B. I've seen that with the way some of you were presenting when I was having one-on-one sessions with you. You just like, okay, so I'm gonna take a picture and then it's gonna save it, and then the other farmer will say it, okay, wow, great. How's the process gonna work? What are the limitations? What are the challenges that you might face? The guys who are talking about things in the rural areas, yes, technology is going there, but currently what's the status in terms of those things? Do you go deeper into researching those kind of things, you know? And I think most devs I come across don't really go deep into thinking and analyzing what they're working on. Those who do, funny enough, move faster. Your system analysts, they move a whole lot faster because they think about the different, they ask too many questions. The why, how is this gonna work? What if, you know? I mean, guys are always writing if, okay, I probably don't do if statements, but those kind of things, but you don't analyze enough. That's just my view.
Let me just say something as a suggestion to you, Misho, and everyone who's at MLab, as something to consider. That what I'm seeing here is that, well, it's happened with most of us. When I was still starting as a programmer, I was just a programmer, and I couldn't think further than writing the code itself and actually making it work. So it's something that you attain through experience and through, you know, being exposed to situations that actually compel you to think that way. So what I would suggest is, if you guys can organize some sort of, you know, workshops or gatherings where you can invite programmers, like inexperienced programmers. Well, they may be experienced in programming, but it doesn't mean, I always say you can be a good programmer, but you're not necessarily a good developer until you understand the processes that are involved in developing products. And that's where we all lack when we're starting up. So what I would suggest is, if you guys have the capacity and have the time to organize something like that, is, you know, organize some sort of a workshop specifically for programmers who are inexperienced in processes and things like that, and, you know, digging into concepts that can actually change lives, you know, just to expose them to people that are already on that level in order to, you know, encourage that way of thinking, because it's more about the mindset than it is about you're smart or you're not. So it's something that you develop over time through being exposed into situations that really force you to think that way. So I think it's actually the biggest thing for me here, because I've seen people write code. There's nothing special about that. You can, anyone, well, everyone here is smart and everyone is a programmer, and everyone can write code. But what matters is what is the value that that code is going to bring. And that's what every developer should be taught to think, or just a mentality that every developer should have. Because in the end, it's all about the value you're delivering through the code that you've written.
All right, so I'll just talk from a geek culture's point of view.
Okay.
Geek culture can only do so much. The rest is really up to the community. For instance, one of the things we've been thinking, and we've been really thinking for a very long time, Raul, you don't have to say anything about this, is exactly what you're saying, where we have meetups. One of the reasons is, personally, I'm tired of going to Joburg, because a lot of these meetups are happening in Joburg, right? And
can you describe the meetup?
A meetup is exactly what you're talking about. Okay. So maybe they decide, okay, this weekend or on this specific day, we're going to teach people about agile development. You know, just a workshop, 2-hour, 3-hour kind of thing. That's what happens. On Tuesdays around Pretoria, Centurion, there is something that happens there. All this electronic stuff that you see here, there is something that they're doing in Centurion. But we don't have to go there. But what I'm trying to say is, geek culture can only do so much. The community has to say what they want. And most of what I've seen with, I'll just be straight out, with us Black people is we want to be approached first. We want people to just come and help us. I go to a lot of this events. Honestly, there are very few Black guys. And one of the excuses, it's expensive, which is a lie. Okay, it's true. Some of these things are ridiculously expensive, but there's also free ones. On the free ones, there's very few Black people. transport say it's an excuse, but we can find a way of making transport happen. So we have a lot of these excuses. So do you guys want to meet up?
Can you guys make the facilities available? Should we decide on that?
Facilities is not an issue. That is the least of our worries. Okay, internet could be, but we'll find a way. We'll bribe the city to get us internet, because everything the city is trying to plug into tech. That is one of the things. Just a heads up, if you guys don't know, all the stuff you guys did here, right? We take this stuff, we send it to the mayor. He's gonna be very keen on it. There's a division here at the hub which belongs to the city. They would be keen on a lot of these things, but you guys don't have the information, you don't know about it. So just to give you a heads up, the city is trying to move into a smart city. And part of that is they need initiatives like this, ideas like this, to progress further. But they can't find the people to do them. Because it seems you guys, I don't know. We've got how many weeks until the end of the month? 2. I mean, we can pull up a meetup for 2 hours somewhere towards the end of the month. It can be here. If transport is an issue, we talk. It's okay, transport is an issue. What we do, we tell the city we want to bring in 50 young developers from the city to the hub. The hub gives us a venue, we have everything done, we go home. That can be sorted. But those things won't happen if you guys don't give us the feedback. If you guys don't say this is what we want, challenge.
I'm really relatively new to this. To be truthfully honest, this is the largest number of IT people I've seen in one place in this country since I moved here. So my question was, do you guys have a forum that you talk on? I mean, like, I'm not talking a WhatsApp group, I mean something online like a blog, or I know the Geek Culture guys are Geek Culture, and the Code Tribe guys, the Code Tribe guys. Do you guys
Code Crap, yeah, I'm joking.
do you guys have something that you generally link even with other people, even with the guys in Joburg?
So, no, we don't. Well, yes, no. Yes, we are using Facebook for that. There is a specific group on Facebook called innovators.it. That group, I think a lot of you guys know about it. People are constantly posting questions. So there's questions, there's a whole thing related. There's stuff which we always remove, but you can't control this stuff. It's something we're talking about earlier on, some sort of a platform where we don't use a Facebook platform, we create our own platform to do that kind of stuff. That personally is my personal wish, to have something like that, because it's gonna be massive.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, with the number of developers in here, if we had made that a side project, we would have had it. Yeah.
So these are some of the things that the Geek Culture Hack will be doing in June. Where issues that you guys have, then we can come and meet and build those things. We had 4 designers in here, right? For me, a great hackathon has designers, has programmers, and has people who understand the business side of things. A couple of you, I told you that it's okay not to focus too much on your business side of things because of time. But in reality is when you work on a really good hackathon, you need people that understand the business side of things. That's all they focus on, the business. They focus on the researching, they focus on preparing the presentation. Is focus on, and then the designers focus on designing. Then you mesh all this stuff together. That is a great team. And I've seen a lot of those teams, mostly from Geek Culture. They win stuff. We actually banned a bit from hackathons because people were complaining. But that's how it works. Yes, you see, they're starting to complain again. But that's how it works. If you have a team that meshes all those things, I mean, the electronics guys are great on their own. But how much time are they going to focus on the business side of things? They just want to plug and connect. Their stuff, no offense, guys, but the interfaces will probably be ugly. right? That's where you get the designer. And yeah, no offense to the rest of you devs, your stuff is usually ugly, your UI. That's why you need, that's why you need designers to come and make those things look nice. They focus on making it look nice, you focus on making it work. And then the business analyst or business guys, that's the stuff you're doing is too fancy, cut it out. That is the real world. That is how the real world works. And we need to start creating it in events like this.
I just want to add up onto the meetup aspect of things. The first meetup doesn't have to be too technical.
Yeah.
In my point of view, it could be an evening where we all gather together, and then people that have been working in the field can come and give their insight into what's happening outside. I mean, as a web developer, I could probably go and say, okay, this is what happens in my life as a web developer. This is what I do on a daily basis. This is just an example that I'm giving. Someone else in another field can come and say the same thing. Now, we generate discussions like that, and then we figure out what is it that we need to do to empower the people that are coming straight from varsity and grow their career as well. I mean, we could do a whole lot of things like that. So, first meetup, I would say we don't even have to be technical. It could be just talking about stuff like that.
Can I make this suggestion? I'm always going to promote geek culture. Sorry, guys. Go to join.geekculture.com. Right. What I really need from there is more your emails than anything. And then Raul, what you can do from that is then use those emailing list and send out an invite to a meetup. Those who are keen will respond and will pitch up. And then we just take, because I think we've been talking for far too long. Let's just jump into it and say end of this month, let's have a meetup. So those who are keen, it's just join.geekculture.com.
If you're already joined, you don't have to join again.
Yeah, please save us some space. So it's just that join.geekculture.com, and then we send the mailing list, and then we take it off from there. I've heard people that have ideas for geek culture, but nobody's doing anything about it. Then we can just have the first session, as Raul said, just a simple meetup. This is the meetup, basically. This is the first one, unofficially. And where we say, okay, so I'm a designer. Where are the rest of the designers? What platform? Designers, for somewhat reasons, and web devs don't have their own portfolios. CVs are gone, guys. Portfolios is what's selling.
Same goes for developers.
Yeah. What's it? GitHub, right?
You need to show the employees want to see your code, and there's no better place to show it other than GitHub or Bitbucket or whatever you choose.
Yeah. I mean, you can't.
It could be even a live project. If you've done something that you've published, that's more better. It's better than the words you're gonna write in your CV and say, "I've got this."
Look, we're live. Can I switch it off?
Who's part of the hangout?
It's part of the hangout. Why do you
Oh, okay. Like,
But
I don't know.
who's on the other side?
So far, I don't see anyone there, but we're gonna just push it out later on. We're gonna cut it out.
People can even watch it.
I actually wanted to ask about geek culture. It seems to come up in a lot of conversations, but I'm still not clear about it. Is it an organization that other people can join, or are you a company?
We're a pain, basically. Yeah, geek culture is a pain. Pain in the sense that sometimes we don't understand. It was meant to be a community. So based on the Innovators Group, which is where geek culture really started, the idea was, okay, how do we replicate that platform? Have a community where this can happen, right? We focused on that, but because of that, a lot of things started coming in. You find people say, okay, we want an event. We want you guys to host an event for us, or a hackathon. And we're like, okay, well, we can do that. And we did that. Then there's the dev side. Well, we can do that. Then there's that. So a whole bunch of things started happening. But it is, they call it, it's a company. It's registered as a company. But people call it a movement, a geek movement. That's what we want it to be, more of a movement than being seen as a company. So there is a team, a geek culture team, that is the Geek Culture team. However, we've got a community of close to 2,000 young people, mostly students across the country. We can't lock them out. They have to be part of the community some way, somehow. So there will be the team, then there will be the, but we want to get the community in things that we do. We want to say, okay, if we want to do things in Durban, right, we don't want to be the ones who think too much about what's happening in Durban. We want the people in Durban to tell us, okay, our area is like this. If you kind of guys are going to come here, come with this angle. That's what we want it to be. So Geek Culture has its own mandate, right? But parts of the things we do are influenced by the community. Without you guys, Geek Culture doesn't exist. That's basically it. Without Geek Culture, without you guys, Geek Culture doesn't really exist. That's why our core is more to focus on. We haven't been doing it that much. That's why you're confused. Because we haven't been hunting the word out. What is it that we do? We just start all over the place, like industry holes or something like that. Any other questions or statements? And the electronics guys, I always say that they just do some insane stuff. But my biggest problem, and mostly with most of people I interact with in a dev space, I'm not a dev. I tweet for a living, and I play with phones. That's me. I'm not a dev. Code, I told myself, Kisha. But most of you guys have the skills, but that's it. Sorry, but that's it. You just have the skills. There's no, what am I going to do with it next? You know, it's just, yeah, I'm going to build this cool thing, and then it's going to do this amazing thing, and then that's it. I just have a word to warn you guys. Wake up. Because there are 12-year-olds, there's 16-year-olds that are going to come and take your jobs. And if they're not taking jobs, they're going to hire you guys. Just keep playing around. They're coding, they're building stuff. What was it? Maker Faire. I think there was a 12-year, that Indian kid. How old was he? Was it 12?
It was 12.
It was 12. That kid is doing electronics.
By the way, I went with the kid at Tekani.
Yeah.
There's an African School of Excellence there. We went there. He was presenting to other kids what he's been building in electronics. So we went there as an event to like introduce them to programming and electronic in general. He was one of the presenters, just to show you how serious those things are. Your places are in danger out there.
Yeah,
Things
it's the reality. They are no longer playing it. For them, it's the new toys. Coding becomes the new toys. Electronics, she's 10-year-old. That kid, she gets her face lighten up when she thinks about a robot. Present. I'll put up the videos and you guys can check them out. These kids stand up there and they present in ways that I don't understand why tertiary guys are not presenting like this. But these kids are just like, they're creative in the way they present. Their thinking is, that's why I say most devs that I come across don't really analyze too much. These kids will tell you, okay, this traffic needs to do this and this and this. They do research, they ask questions. So guys, just a heads up, they're coming for you, hey. They're coming, and the way they'll do it is they won't call it a job. It will be a lifestyle for them. That's how they're gonna be. They're building websites. They are building their own websites. I don't know who has a portfolio, which is online. And people can say, yeah, it's so better. And people say they are devs, they can code, but you might not have your own portfolio. It's a problem, guys. Okay, enough with that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Shoka. That kills my heart.
Yeah, no.
Hi guys.
People are depressed now, guys.
I'm Tiane from Kiane. These are phones.
Okay, can we have a commercial break? Rose, is the food sorted that side?
Yeah.
Please, can we just have food?
No,
The
no,
food.
no. Let's present that when you finish. Then go.
You guys will get me into trouble.
Okay, hi guys. All right. Yes, these are phones. No, you're not getting them. This madman here decided to put them on display, but they're reserved for the Geek Culture Hackathon coming on later. This is an iPhone what? iPhone 5. And then some Nokia stuff. Yeah. So 26 June, that will be the Geek Culture Hackathon. Keep it on your calendar. 100 developers will be coming through. We have 60 developers who will be presenting each city. People come to Kimberley, Durban, and all those. So it's going to be massive, targeting 150 developers. You said 26th of June? Yes.
It's supposed to be Friday, Saturday.
You guys are hosting it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we have a talk after this, please?
Sure. All right. Enough talk. Oh, okay. Not enough talk. Woo. All right. We're going to start with just some small awards, and then we'll end up with the big ones. Okay. I've attended about 10 hackathons in my life, more than that actually. We go to hackathons and all those, but then each hackathon is different. But now want to do something we actually started in Durban when we went to host a hackathon in Durban. This is now featuring the best female geek of the hackathon. There are a couple of awards here, but obviously the awards differs, right? Yeah, it's just the appreciation. Yeah. So there's been identified that the best female geek. This is the geek who has been mostly active in trying to implement their solution. We do encourage all the female developers, and we say, please continue doing things like this. It needs to be seen that women are also active in the development space. And can we have Miss Marie? This is a small token of appreciation, a cool USB from Intel, Southern Africa. Let's take a photo.
There's no handshaking. You have to do the Geek Culture. No, the pose.
Yeah, thank you. Get out of my stage.
Don't be rude.
All righty. Now, I think you now have the idea of what hackathons are about, right? Yeah. You get tired and all that. And please do tweet this or post on Facebook and say, it was nice about you here. But enough politics. We now like to honor the best hacking spirit. These people were looking like they were on drugs or something. The best hacking spirit award has been identified as Mr. Tony Muakamela.
Go Tony. Wait.
All right. Another award that has been identified. Okay, this award is special because it was actually how do I say it? A presentation that caught our eyes. And it was identified to be stating some facts. They quoted some scientific facts in implementing their solution. And the best presenter for today. And not the winner of the hackathon. The best presenter has been identified as Mr. Neo Malachi. Guys, when you're presenting stuff, sometimes it will just make things easier if you go out of the comfort zone. I was doing some poetic stuff, so that I saw some entrepreneur somewhere at the hookup dinner rapping about his business idea. Yeah. So okay. Also, a token of appreciation from Intel. Woo. Now we're coming into the big ones.
Let's tweet.
What?
I'm taking
Let's tweet. Let's tweet. I don't have anything to give them. Okay, I do. I don't. I do. I don't. We'll check out the tweets later. Mr. Mishan Koveni, please do check out the tweets for us and tell us the winner later on. Now, we're coming into the big ones. And can anyone guess the winner?
Yeah.
Of what?
Smart bottle.
You're wrong. All right. This is how we're going to start. We're going to start at the People's Choice Award. The People's Choice Award are people's favorite. Not then. It's only I. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this year's People's Choice Award, Space Out.
Where's the winner?
People's Choice Award.
He doesn't do.
For the second time.
Can you please come forward and
He always reads it.
I want to space for people's choice.
I'm
not a developer. I can't read the other things.
She should win People's Choice Award for a living.
That's what I come here for.
okay, just show photos so that it becomes a proof.
Oh, you guys are hugging. How sweet.
Wow. We're like brothers.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? We must embrace our Africanism and show the world that African men can hug.
And it's not a gay thing.
Yes. Now, coming to the winners chosen by the judges, we had a maximum votes of up to an average of
The maximum is 21.
the average of up to 21 votes between all the judges. In the second place of this hackathon, this team will join another team that will be judged globally. They will actually get to compete with other people in the world that are working on the same challenge. And the winner of this year's South Africa's Space Apps Challenge at position number 2 is the Space Protector.
Electronics.
They don't look so
I think the shirts are mixed, so you guys can just check and you're 5, ne?
Yeah. Just to wait for the electronics guys. At the Inter launch, there was this cool, funky toy car. Honestly, it does more or less the same thing as you guys. The major difference is they had access to real resources. Oh crap! Sorry, I can't continue. All right, let's continue.
And there is one.
Well done.
Oh, no.
This guy smile.
Can I switch this thing off? Like,
yeah.
okay, there's someone watching. Oh, you guys are still.
Yeah.
One.
Smiling. That's smiling. Yes.
Your winners. Your winners.
Hold on. Okay, can I please have the geek culture pose?
Somehow. You can see lost people.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Stan.
Sure, sir.
What those guys? Ladies and gentlemen, it is not what you think it was. And this Pretoria's MLab Southern Africa, Geek Culture, Labster Powered SpaceX Challenge winners. The award goes to this other team. They also received some goodies from Intel, their US base, their software packs that have over 50 softwares in here, licenses. There's also Photoshop. The softwares are both for Android and Windows platform. This cool shirt. Oh, lucky you get to wear cool shirts by like the cool boys. A USB in here. A baggie. Okay. And the winner of this year's SpaceX Challenge, hosted in Pretoria, the award goes to Resmo.
Make sure that idea comes to life, eh?
Please.
Yeah, you should. You
must
make the thing happen.
So, what happens now? This is what's going to happen. We're going to create a mailing list of each and add each and every member in here so that we can keep track of the project. Trust me, this time we're going to stress you to finish your projects. Everyone here, because we need to see those projects coming to life. And the top two winners also get internship opportunities. I think it will be through Geek Culture. And then, where's Mr. Rowe? Okay, it's not here. So some of those guys actually have a better position of joining the team. It's still recording. All right, and then the top two winners. Oh, sorry, all the team's top two and the People's Choice Awards will communicate with you guys, because you need to come here and then we'll do a proper video that we can put on the website so that they see how ugly you are and this is what you have built, and you're from South Africa, and you know cool people like Tiani. Yeah. It has been great, I think. Were you guys well fed?
Yes.
Because we've been told that they give the people what they want.
We want Wi-Fi. We don't want Chinese food. We want.
Mr. Ngobeni, do we have the best Twitter?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Tell me.
Okay.
Jose. Because that's the only app on this phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, whoever posted on Facebook, on Twitter, that they are here at the Innovation Hub at MLab for the NASA Space App Challenge. We'd like to thank you. We'd like to thank you. But as you know that not everyone can go to heaven, right? We have to identify that person who has been most influential in getting the word out there, letting people know what's happening in here. Because we are a community of people, not robots. And as Mfumeri B. Oh, good thing they did not get the shot like this. So, yeah, we were giving you a shot like this. Thank you, sir. No, sure.
No, it's just that there's this interesting tweets going on there. Wait, hold on. Hold on. No Photoshop. Where's that disk?
Mr. Ro, you want to
I will make a plan.
Okay.
Any feedback from you guys? What needs to be improved? Or what didn't you like? Wi-Fi. Noted. Anything else?
More shirts.
Noted. More shirts, t-shirts. Anything else? The ladies, my sisters, are you guys sorted? Are you good?
do you guys like my jokes?
All right, to the females, right? There's a thing that Geek Culture has started called like it's some of you might know about it. It's intended to focus on you guys strictly, run by females for females. They're having an event on the 23rd of April, Arangoa, International Girls in ICT. So if you guys are keen on that, you can talk to this. Okay. No. You can talk to this ladies this side. They'll be able to assist you a bit, sort of. Otherwise, guys, thanks for coming. Can't believe most of you didn't sleep that much, eh?
I thought tomorrow.
Let's try.
Oh, yeah, we'll sort that out. We have to know how many people are going to town. Moms, I think.
Menlo Park.
We'll sort that out. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's why. Okay, guys. Hallelujah.
Is the food ready?
Yeah, I think the food is ready. Okay, guys. I would like to thank the guys from Black Hole Lobster, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for assisting us. We really appreciate it. And also, everyone, thank you very much. You can come back again. And Tiani, or I don't know if I should say Geek Culture Mission.
You know, it's always Geek Culture, not individuals.
Tiani, Misho, and Geek Culture. Thank you very much,
Geek
guys,
Culture,
for
man. What's wrong with this?
assisting me or MLF. And
what about me?
And Could try Diamond. Okay, I said, guys, thank you, everyone. So you're included, right?
No, names like
I can't name Diamond, Facey, it's too much. Okay. So I hope you guys will join or come for the Geek Culture in June. So Rockfest then Geek Culture. Okay, cool. I hope to see you there, guys. And those who didn't get certificates, you'll get them tomorrow. Those who won, I think we have to do a quick, just you have to upload the video before Sunday evening, which is next week, Sunday, yeah. So I think we should do that on Wednesday or Thursday. So that means those who are not MLM members will have to ask you to come this side, and then we'll sort out the transport issue. So I'll send you an email tomorrow to just to let you know when you're gonna do it and the time. Thank you very much, guys.
One more
have a
thing.
safe journey.
Can I please get permission to have access to your emails? Because apparently you're not allowed to just send people emails without their consent.
No.
So can I please have access to send you guys stuff?
No.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing. Did you guys learn anything new during?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I learned how to room with 4 women.
You know, he was talking about polygamy there. I was thinking he was talking about something. You guys are doing good. Yes, serious. You guys are oh, what's up? So I managed not to get I managed not to get right.
Hey guys, please take your chairs back where you found them. First come this side. Ian, first come this side. Please don't, you guys must never do that again. Taking devices without because yeah, you shouldn't have allowed it because it entices people, and then when they see it, they think we're just showing off stuff like that. So please, let's not do that again. I'll talk to Ruth as well.
I'm not behind it at all.
Yeah, I'll talk to Rani as well. It wasn't cool.
It shouldn't be about.
Yeah?
It shouldn't be about that.
About
It shouldn't be about that.
no, besides it's you enticing them and you're not giving. So it's like, what's up? Yeah.
No. But I stay alone. So I need them. You better take a power before
Yeah, man. I think. Yeah, that's one thing you have to provide to me. Yeah.
I just want to quickly move the PC.
No.
I shouldn't.
I said no problem.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, never. Okay. We usually have CPA, but I think you too.
I only have 2 charges. There's not a even allowed.
I think about it. Get ahead.
What's really going on?
Cookie. So, Mr. Bara,
Yes, sir.
you're gonna have to carry your 4 screens.
Not so long.
You are Spencer, you're sitting in front of them, man. Mind you, this is online.
Oh.
Are we still online?
Yeah, we're still live. Guys, can I have anyone that has used Google Map? I need to have multiple. Is it awesome?
You want to what?
I want to mark multiple places on the Google Map. I can only mark one.
Yeah, throw
I don't know.
You just left. You just left your charger out again.
I left mine.
Your charger.
No, I took mine. It belongs to her.
Whose video is this?
You're my laptop, my baby, and my charger.
This is yours.
Uh-huh.
How can you forget your baby?
Sure. Oh, God.
Robert.
Okay, hold on.
That was my check.
You wash your hands.
Oh my God. No.
Oh, now you're saying that it's so much, it's been so much time together. Yeah? You got
I didn't actually think about that. Oh God. You take the new one.
I need to put the next close there. I need to put this on my keyboard side.
How many? With my laptop.
Are you going to talk? Yeah.